Time to get funky. It's the Func KB-460. Just came out, brand new. And this one has the Cherry MX red switches. So let's go ahead and open this and see what we get in the box. I may need a knife. Oh hey, it's already been opened. Yay! I think Wendell opened it. Wendell sent this here. It came to Kentucky, and then he sent it here. Alright, we got our manual, and this is our... telling you to go download stuff. That's funny, it's just a folded piece of paper. Hey, it's available at func.net. Don't waste a, an optical disc or whatever. Alright, let's take it out of there. Come out of there, you. Oh no, I've done something terrible. Oh, it's nice. Man, this feels nice. I gotta say, it just, wow, this feels really nice. It looks nice too. I like the design. But that's just me. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't like. Cable is gold plated. Just now, Func, they kind of did things backwards. They made a mouse pad. They made mouse pads for years, and then they had, then they made a mouse, which I really liked. And now we have a keyboard. And sticking with the Func style, it is incredibly simple, clean, and elegant. It gets the job done. It's well built. And there's nothing fancy going on here. There's no like robot parts or anything silly like that. It's just a very standard looking keyboard with some pretty serious features. First off, the Cherry MX red switches, of course, those are rated for 50 million clicks. And those are soft. 4 millimeters of travel distance in total, and the actuation point is at 2 millimeters, and the reset point is also somewhere around 2 millimeters. So it's, it's really easy to double tap with these. You don't even have to let your finger back up all the way. They chose the red switches because the reds are probably optimal for gaming, and a lot of people say they're optimal for gaming, but really the Cherry switches are something that's going to be different depending on your own preference. So if you like reds, then this is something you may want to take a look at. If you hate reds and you like something clicky or buckling springs, then send them an email and tell them what switch you want. They say they're going to be making some more switches in the future, but it's going to be based upon your feedback. So if you really want to see, I don't know, Cherry MX greens on half the keyboard and blues on the other half, just write them and tell them. Let's check out some of the highlights of the keyboard. Other than the Cherry MX mechanical switches, we also have full in-key rollover through USB, and that means you can smack every key on this at the same time. Just go ahead and lay down on the damn thing, I don't care, and it'll pick up every single stroke. Also, there's something they call Func mode, and they're trying to trademark that. It's actually Func mode TM. Wow, they've got a trademark on Func mode. Well, what Func mode is it's just going to lock your Windows key or your super key or your meta key or whatever the hell you call that key. It's going to turn that off, and you just press Function and F12, and that puts it in Func mode, so you can get funky. Actually, they should call it Func off. That's stupid. I'm terrible at this. We also have a palm rest, and the palm rest is coated, actually the entire keyboard is coated in a very soft to the touch rubberized type coating. It also does not pick up fingerprints as bad as like a glossy coating, so it's nice. It's kind of a matte coating. It gives it a really nice look as well, but it's just really comfortable to the touch. The actual keys themselves do feel, I don't know, they have like a kind of a premium feel to them. I've felt plastic keys before. These feel better than most plastic keys, but they're still, plastic keycaps. You can remove them if you have a tool, and you can replace them with different keycaps. I mean, they're just standard Cherry MX keycaps, so you can do a lot with that. We also have 2 USB ports, and they're up on the top right. These USB ports, they're on a pass-through. It's just a USB hub internally. You have one USB cable to plug in. Some people are going to love that. Some people are going to, say that, hey, I really wanted a pass-through because I've got some devices that really need their own, connection to the computer. Whatever, I don't know. You've got 2 extra USB 2.0 ports, and that's pretty cool. The cable is 1.8 meters, and it is really thick and braided. You are very easily going to be able to tell this cable when you look at the back of your PC because there's some orange mixed in with the black braiding. You'll be able to look and be like, hey, that's my Func cable right there. It's backlit, and we have some red LEDs individually lighting each key on this keyboard. They decided to use red. Well, first off, you got Cherry MX red switches. It would look kind of silly if you had some green LEDs or something. It would be confusing. But red is also the color that, as far as light goes, it's also the color that is best for viewing in dark environments. So if you're playing in a basement or a cave or at nighttime or whatever, the red lights are going to be less distracting from your gameplay. Let's talk about some of the other functions on the keyboard. We do have the function button, and you can hold that down and do several different things on the keyboard. There's no extra keys or no media keys, no play, stop, and all that stuff. But you can use your F keys as media keys by holding the function button. We have, like the mute and the volume buttons, play and back and forward. And then we have 1 through 5. There are 5 profiles that you can store right here on your keyboard because you have 128 kilobytes of built-in memory. So you can take it to someone else's house, and all your profiles are going to be built in. So you use the F7 through the F11 keys to mess with that, and then F12 is your Func mode key to turn off Windows, or the Windows key, or the Start key, or the Meta key. I hate that I have to say it that way, but it's for you commenters who won't leave me alone. First off, I want to take this thing apart and see what it looks like on the inside, because I can't tell if it has a back plate or what's going on here. I do want to note that behind all of the keys, it looks like there's something red. So let's take it apart. Now once we take it apart, we see that the chassis is plastic and it has a nice coating on it. It's sturdy plastic. We'll set that aside. On the inside there, we do have a metal plate that goes right on top of the PCB. So the keys are right above this metal plate. And the metal plate has a really nice red powder coat on it. The only part of the entire keyboard that is not covered by this metal plate is up in the top right corner where your Func logo is and your 2 USB ports are, right there where your USB hub is. Other than that, the entire thing, where all the keys are on the keyboard, is covered by this metal plate. And that'll also add some rigidity to this unit. So putting it back together, let's take a look at the back. Now on the back we have 2 nice rubber feet, and there's some texture to help it not go anywhere. And then up at the top of the keyboard we do have 2 extendable feet. If you wanted to give the keyboard a lean, you can throw those up and do it. Let's take a look at the software. The software is really simple. There's not a lot you can do with it, and this is not like an MMO keyboard in my opinion. You don't have like a ton of different keys. But what you can do is, suppose you're playing a game, and in the game you only used WASD and a few of the number keys, and maybe you use R and F and T and G, but you don't really use anything over here, and you don't use some of the F keys or whatever. Well, you can't change these because they allow you to change your different profiles. But let's say we've got profile 2 here. Profile 1 is going to be like, for when I'm in my operating system playing around. Okay, I want to set up some of these keys to be macros. So let's set up M1, and let's make M1 U. So whenever I hit U, I can make it a macro. I've got all these different options here. I can have it launch a program, save, print, all these different things I can do. But let's go ahead and click on macro, because that's the one we should be looking at, because all the others are pretty basic. We can record a macro. I'm going to go double tap left, double tap right. There we go. Have this work one time. We can set this up so that as you hold it down, it keeps repeating. Or you can just tap it once and have it repeat until you tap something else to stop it. So that's pretty cool. And then you can also load up and save your macros. And again, this is going to store straight onto your keyboard. So there you have it. That's the KB-460 from Func. If you guys have questions, go ahead and click on the screen. It'll take you to our forum, and you guys can just, hang out and talk there. Also, if you want to know what the price is, click on the same link right here on the screen. It'll take you over to our website, and you can see what the latest prices are at your favorite stores. All right, guys, I will see you next time.